and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to part 3 of my rally build setups for GT Sport. So far in parts 1, 2 and 3 we've looked at the Mitsubishi Evo 4, the Subaru WRX STI and the mighty GTR R34. I don't think the GTR is going to be knocked off the top spot for a little while, but today we're going to be taking a look at a classic rally build. It was added into the game in patch 1.25 and it's the Lancia Delta. With this one, even with the tuning, it comes out very underpowered compared to all the other builds on my list so far. But that being said, the Delta was a formidable rally car back in the day, and I'm sure with the settings that we're going to create, we should be able to get very close to that forward focus time, if not even beat it with this one. As with all the other cars in this series, I'll only be using it at the Sardegna Windmills course. I will only have 3 laps to attempt to beat the time, and I won't have had any practice laps around the entire course at any point. I have, however, had time to play with the car and get the settings as I see fit by using just a short section of the course. So as with the previous cars, there's probably much more scope to get better times than what I'm going to post today. However, for the purposes of this series, it should give us a fair representation of what the car can achieve. So let's take a look at the build I've come up with for this one. So with the Lancia Delta, you are going to need some mileage points for this one. Take the power level all the way up there, which will give you 188%, giving you 394 brake horsepower. The weight reduction, again, you're going to need to take that all the way up to the top there, and then lower it as much as possible down to 86, giving you 1,161 kilograms. Traction control, again, with these rally builds, I'm leaving them as 1 so that it's a fair test against each other, but you can obviously take that down to 0. It probably will give you a little bit more control. Dirt tyres, obviously front and rear for this one. The brake balance I haven't played with, I've just left that at 0. Ride height's been taken up slightly there, front and rear, to 166, just to help absorb the bumps a little bit better. The frequency I've left at 1.75, both front and rear. The anti-roll bar, I've set this one to 9 and 4 on the front. It really was struggling to get the back end out on this, and it seemed to understeer constantly, so I've had to take that up that high just to counteract that. The damping ratio in terms of the compression is set to 60, front and rear. The rebound is 90 front and rear. You'll find that neither of those are the standard settings on there, so you'll need to play with those a little bit. Camber angle on the front is left at 0.5 and 1.5 on the rear, and then all I've done with the toe is set it out at the front at 0.1. Going down from there, you've got your LSD settings. On the rear, I've set that to 6 and 10 on the front for the torque. The acceleration sensitivity is left the same at 40 and 40, and the same with the braking sensitivity. I've left that at 20/20. And in terms of the transmission, I've taken it onto the fully customised. I've set the max speed to 130. Again, that is just for this track. You may find if you're using it on different tracks you want to play with this a little bit, but certainly for this one it seems to be that's about the only speed you can get to on the straight anyway, so there's no need to go any higher, and that then gives you your sort of maximum acceleration, and again helps me get the back end out a little bit around the corners. Alright, everything else should be just left exactly as it is. Hopefully you find the setup useful. As always, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe for all future content. Use the comment section to let me know if there's any setups you'd like to see in the future, or if there's any other games you'd like to see me playing. And hit the like button. It really helps the videos grow and make sure they're seen by a lot more people than they currently are. It's time to get the car out on the track. Stay till the end to find out what the time is and see whether I can beat that Ford Focus. And I'll see you on the next one.